maybe where you grew up, like smaller cities where they're not really hubs, where it's more accepted that you kind of just like get married and you have kids and like you do that kind of like one track life, right? And there's probably less infidelity maybe in that way. And there's a more of a traditional track that your friends are taking, your friends from home that didn't leave or whatever, or chose to stay. That's not a judgment. And then you come to cities where people are also really trying to like achieve dreams, or they're hustling and everybody moves there from somewhere else. I think those kind of cities that also have like a lot of creativity and creative people too. It's more complicated. Relationships are more complicated because your life isn't really just about finding, I dated the guy and then I get married and we have kids and we live down the street and we see my parents on the weekends in the Little League, which is wonderful. It's a beautiful life. But that's not necessarily the life for people that are moving to a city because they want to achieve something. They have a dream, they want to hustle. So it makes relationships more complicated. The dynamics are different. Everybody's kind of trying to achieve their own life. There's drinking and going out and partying. Obviously, we have a lot of that in Vegas and a lot of options, and that makes things messy and things happen, right? And I think like in LA, for example, like there's a lot of people making movies, right? And when you make a movie, it's like being at a summer camp. So like I used to work in production, and so you'd be on a movie set with these people, and everybody's like, you're spending 16-hour days with this crew of people for months, and that's your whole life, and you really don't have a life outside of that. And that's hard on a relationship if they're not on set. That's why so many people get into things on set, and then that's over. Poof. And then you go to a new summer camp, right? And it may have some of the same people, but now it's got new people, and that's intensely all your life is for a month. It's very hard to have like the traditional like track of life when that's your day to day, right? And I don't think it's really are relationships doomed? Are we changing as a society? I do think that like different cities have different dynamics, and relationships are hard in general. It's just, it's if you make it and you're happy, because I think a lot of people think making it means you've been together for a long time and you just stay together. But like, I don't think that's making it, because like there's a lot of people who just like didn't divorce, but that doesn't mean you're happy. Mm-hmm. Like what does that mean? Nothing. So if you manage to stay together for 10, 20 or more years, and you manage to pretty much mostly want to stay with that person, and you're happy and you feel pretty fulfilled, like that's amazing, but it's literally special no matter where you live, to achieve that.